Hey everybody, excited for you to be on this call tonight. Thanks for jumping on. Tonight we have Collette Boden, who is presidential diamond. He is here to answer some questions for you guys. Hopefully give you guys some tips. So first I want Collette to tell a story and tell you a little bit about her journey.
Okay, thanks for having me on the call. So I'm Collette Boden, and I live in Lehi, Utah. I've been with It Works for 3 years. I started out just wanting the free product and being a busy full-time working mom. I had 4 kids at home. My youngest was 6 months old at the time, and I just felt like there was too much on my plate. And very quickly found out that the products are amazing, the company was amazing, and 14 months into the business, I got to presidential, and then about 4 months later, turned in my notice and quit my job. So for about 1.5 years, I've been working from home and loving every minute of it, and I'm still baffled every single month when we get our paychecks that this is real, it's awesome, and anyone can do it. So that's my quick story.
I love it. Thank you. So we asked our teams a couple of questions we're going to kind of go through. The first one I ask you, a lot of people are wondering how you juggle with your family, everything that's kids and everything, and you're still successful at It Works. I know you worked full-time for a really long time building this business, so I think this is perfect for you because you definitely found a way to balance it and be successful. So will you please share how you found that, how you were able to still be successful even though you were a very busy mom and with your job?
Yeah. So when I was working full time, of course I was working I would leave at 8 in the morning and not get home till 6 o'clock. And then I had dinner and homework and extracurricular activities and church callings. I had a lot going on. And I had to be very, very good about scheduling in everything that we had to do. So for example, I would get out like a calendar. And I would schedule in everything that I was working or I had something going on later that night. Like I was very, very good about putting it on my phone or on a calendar and then looking at the times I had available and scheduling a party for that time, or making sure that I was working on computer, or on my lunch break I was texting or making calls or setting appointments. Like I managed my time where I wasn't wasting time. My goal was to do at least one thing with the business every single day. But when you start doing one thing with the business, it gets exciting and you start to snowball and you want to do a little bit more. So I had a challenge for myself that I would wrap 6 people a week. That was my goal. And however I did that, whether it was scheduling parties on Saturday or one during the week and one on the weekend, I tried to wrap 6 people a week. And that was a suggestion that was given to me by Christy DeJesus early on. She said, if you want to get to Diamond, you need to be wrapping at least 3. If you want to get there fast, you need to be wrapping at least 6. So I think looking at your calendar and being very intentional with your time, you can't just say, I'm going to book a party, but then hope in your spare time that you actually do it. You have to have a to-do list, work on it every single day, and schedule out your time. So the other thing that I would do is make lists. I would say, book a party, message 10 people, text so-and-so, get 1 loyal customer, and I would cross those off. I'm a list person. I love to cross things off, and I had to do that. Otherwise, I wouldn't do anything at all.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
I think awesome tips. I think It's definitely a life and balance. You know, our kids keep us busy, but this business or anything that you know, maybe having a little bit extra time with me when I first started, I was doing hair and so I had time for it either. I just spent a few minutes today. So to message those people, you know, it's easy. Pick your phone up and messaging people, schedule all of that, like a lunch break or whatever. It's really just finding any spare time you have to work this business and work it as hard as so what does your day look like?
I love this question because I asked this question to the top leaders. I was like, but what do you do? Tell me what you do. And honestly, I would bet that you don't do anything different than I do, or the brand new distributors don't do anything different than I do, except someone might do it more. Maybe I do it more, or someone else is doing it more. I have days when I don't do hardly anything, and all I do is play with my kids, or all I do is clean my house or run errands. I have those days, but I also have days where I'm very, very, very good at working my business and then putting that aside and playing with my kids and cleaning the house. And I feel like this has to be treated like a job. It has to be treated like you're going to work. And when you do that, that's when you make the most of your time. So many things might work. Something might work different for you, and it might work different for me. But here's a few scenarios. So again, creating that to-do list is making a list of everything that you need to do, including take the kids to the park or clean the house. And I'm very specific with spend an hour cleaning the house. Okay, well, I need to spend 30 minutes messaging my potentials, spend 30 minutes messaging my team. So on a good day, I have this list, and I will spend 30 minutes messaging my potentials. And if you spend a focused 30 minutes doing that, honestly, you can probably message 20 people. And then reach out to 5 members of my team. Well, when you have a specific goal like that, you can actually cross it off. You can't be general. So when I have a specific list like this, and there's other people that'll say, make your list the night before. I'm terrible at that. I make it the morning of. I make my list of everything that I want to do, and then I'll have it in front of me, and I will get almost all of it done. But without a list, I might spend all day working the business but not clean the house. I might play with the kids all day and not spend it really working my business. And then maybe at night when the kids are in bed, I might be messaging. But my intentions are to at least add 10 new people to my circle every single day through groups, through Facebook, through people that I blitz out and about. Reach out to my team. Personal development, which sometimes I'm really bad at, but watching those YouTube videos, listening to a call, reading a book. I chart my team and I see how close people are to promotions, and then posting on Facebook. My goal is to at least enroll 1 loyal customer or 1 distributor daily. Now, I don't always do that, but that's my goal. If I don't set that goal, I'm not working towards signing a loyal customer or a distributor. So I've got to have that as a goal, that I want to grow my team by 1 every single day. But I'm human. I'm tired. I'm lazy. I'm distracted. But that to-do list is the biggest for me. I know Reno and Natasha, he'll set a timer and say, okay, I can't move from this computer until I have spent 20 minutes focusing only on personal development or messaging new leads or whatever it might be. So whatever you have to do to focus, you need to do that. Instead of getting distracted looking at Facebook and scrolling, you need to only focus on messaging or only focus on posting or whatever it might be. And I know that when you do that, you'll get a lot done.
I love that. Definitely agree. The time to start using that on my you know, if you have set in 30 minutes of messaging or whatever, I sit down and say, this is I'll get it done. If I say down and work, get it done. I just sit in my cozy and figure out what I should do.
Right.
Having a plan is definitely so what you said that your goal is to get a loyal distributor. So when you get a customer, what tip for retention? How do you keep customers?
Well, what I personally do, I didn't do this in the beginning, and I didn't do it very well. So a lot of this is learning from trial and error, or hearing what other people do and saying, oh my gosh, I really like that idea. One thing that I learned, I think it was from a conference, was someone created a Facebook page just for their loyal customers. So I like to post once a week about a signature product, or saying, oh my gosh, I love the greens, or maybe I do a contest, or announcing that they are going to have the energy on sale. So I have a page just for my loyal customers where I can show them or highlight certain products. But I also keep track of them on Facebook, and I still communicate with them. I'm friends with them. I like and comment on their page. And so they see my posts and I see theirs, and they're still, even though they might not be ordering every month, they will say, oh my gosh, I'm ready to try the hair, skin, and nails again. And it's been 6 months, maybe it's been a year, but I have people that have been customers since when I started 3 years ago that are still ordering here and there. So I think just that relationship and reaching out and trying to think outside the box of, as far as, well, what would I want someone to do for me? I don't want them to call me every week, but I like the reminder. So that's why I have that Facebook page set up for them.
Okay. That's a really good one. So when you're contacting people to sign these papers, what's the best way that you have found, and what's some like verbiage that you've used that you feel like is beneficial for you? What do you feel like, you know, what works for the majority? It's different. What do you feel like for you?
For sealing the deal? Well, again, this is something that I would say, oh my gosh, well, what did you say? Oh my gosh, what are you doing? Like, I would say that. I would private message that distributor that's just blowing up. I would message them and be like, you're doing something right. What are you doing? And honestly, every single person is different. I can't have a script. I have to know who I'm talking to and just be their friend and continue to like and comment, be a part of their life. Sometimes I'll say, hey, let's just meet for lunch. I would love to just catch up and visit with you. And I don't even bring up the business. I let them bring it up. And then I'll say, you know what? I really think that you'd be great at this. Have you ever given this any thought? And sometimes they'll be like, oh, no. And I'll say, what are your fears, or what might hold you back? And then I will quickly address all of I'm like, you know what? If you're shy, I was too. If you don't have any time, guess what? Me either. I can show you how to do this with not very much time. I kind of address the fears, and I let them know that I felt the same way, but I have to listen to them. It's not, I don't feel like it's a scripted thing of what you can or shouldn't say. Like, you just have to be there for them, and it's going to be on their time frame. So I just signed a girl just the other day that I've been friends with. She's been anxious about this business for like 5 months. 5. And every once in a while, about once a month, I'll say, girl, you got to join my team. And sometimes she'll ignore my messages, and sometimes she'll see it and like say, I know, I'm saving the money. And then you know, and I'm still commenting and liking and being a part of her life. Another month will go by and I'm like, I can't stop thinking about you. You have to be on my team. Like, you have to be sincere and let them know why you want them a part of your team. Help them see the vision of why it would be important. Help them conquer their fears and let them know that you're going to be there for them, but it has to be on their time. So I don't feel like there's a specific thing to say, but just build that relationship and be patient. It's not about you, it's about them.
Right. I love. So you said that sometimes she didn't respond back. How do you deal with negativity?
Sometimes it's hard to, because you kind of take it personal sometimes. You think, oh my gosh, is she mad at me? Did I say the wrong thing? Why aren't they falling in love with this? Because I love it so much. You have to remember that, like for me, I'm a skeptic and I don't like people to push me.
Right.
But I have to let it simmer, and I have to think about it, and I have to just realize people are busy, or if they're negative about it, they don't understand, and I have to help them understand in a way that's not pushy and obnoxious. And if they do understand and they're still really negative, then there are just those people out there that just can't be happy for someone, or they're negative all the time, and you can't let that bother you. And I know it's really hard to do, but this is about changing your life. This is about paying your bills. This is about you becoming debt-free, and someone out there needs this just as much as you. And don't let them get you down, because that doesn't change that this opportunity is amazing. Don't let them dictate how well you can do with this business. That's not fair. So just let it go, take a breath, and either they'll eventually come around, or you don't need them in that negativity. You just have to let it go. And it's hard. I've cried sometimes. I've had family unfriend me. I've had people bash me, and I get defensive because I love it so much and I have a passion over this business. But they're not going to break your business. You just have to let it go and find the people that love it as much as you do.
Right. Definitely the business is definitely outweighing the negativity. Sometimes it is hard to get past that. We get past ourselves and free from the opinions of others, I guess. So tell me, why is important?
Why is what important? Compliance?
Yes.
Well, without compliance, it would be crazy. Like, we would have so many people, we come across it anyway, but people that undercut their pricing or are saying the wrong thing, they're there to make sure that this business is as, we're saying the same thing as everyone else says as much as possible, that we are professional, that we are offering the same price, that every distributor has the same opportunity. And there will be those people out there that either are simply just concerned about getting rid of product or getting some cash in their hands real quick, and they're not looking at the long term. They're not looking at the business opportunity in the future. They just want something quick. And I understand that that sometimes is difficult. But if you just put your blinders on and follow what has been given to us in the policies and procedures and follow compliance, I strongly believe in karma, in being blessed with how you treat others, and you'll receive that tenfold. I honestly believe that. But we've got to post things that are within compliance and tasteful and ethical. We've got to run our business in a way that is professional and ethical. And if we don't, we're giving every distributor a bad name and the company a bad name. And this company's been around for 14 and a half years, going on $1 billion brand. We have to treat it with that much respect. It's a sophisticated product. So without compliance, like, yes, again, people are going to break that, but that's a small percentage. So I think if we band together, one team, one mission, and just follow compliance, eventually we're going to give it such a great reputation because of what we're doing, that I think people are going to fall in love with the product just because of what they heard if we're doing it right. That's a tough one.
Sorry. One more question. How do you keep yourself motivated? I think as we work for ourselves, I think it can be really hard to keep yourself motivated to make that fun. So what do you do to keep yourself motivated? I know you talked about you get things done. What keeps you going every day?
Well, and that one it's something that I need to work on daily. Like, I can't just say, oh, I'm presidential, I don't need to work on self-development anymore. I have bad days. And I feel like it goes like this all the time. Like, I'm up here and things are great. And then I have people that quit the business, or I have distributors who don't return my calls. I have parties where no one shows up. So I need personal development as well. And I think one thing that's really, really important is your dream board. You have to have a dream board that you can look at every day and look at it and say, I know why I'm doing this business. You look at it and it connects to your soul, to your heart, and you say, it's a bad day, but that's what I'm working towards. I'm working towards being debt-free. I'm working towards quitting my job. Without that connection, you're just working a hobby. But then once you find your why and what you're working towards, it is important to plug into a call or a team meeting or plug in with your upline, because they give you that support and that confidence and the wind beneath your wings. It's like, okay, without you, I couldn't have done that. And it could be through a YouTube video. It is so important. I remember one time I was super down. I was super frustrated. And I decided to plug in a DVD of a motivational speaker. And I was cleaning the kitchen. And I remember listening and cleaning, and then I would stop and sit down to take notes. And then I would get back up and I was cleaning and I would stop again to take notes. And then I found myself sitting, taking notes more than I was cleaning. And I thought, now I want to get my It Works shirt on. I want to get out and blitz. I want to get out there and work my business. And that, if I hadn't have done that, I would have stayed in that funk. And that's all I needed, was just to hear something motivating to say, you can do it, and get out there. And without it, like, we're giving and giving and giving. We've got to have something that fills us back up every single day. And it's really, really important. I think another thing is prayer. You've got to pray over your business. That's so important. So whether it's prayer, reading a book, listening to something, talking to someone, it's critical for your business. You cannot do this alone.
Right. So one last thing. What's one tip that you feel like everyone should know?
Can you repeat that?
Sorry. One tip like every year in this should know.
Oh.
No matter how long. That's something that every single distributor always remember.
One thing. Wow. The first thing that came to my mind was, don't stop wrapping people. That is the basics of our business. We've got to keep wrapping people, but don't lose the fun and the belief that you can do this, and it's exciting. This is a business from home, and you get to make money, a lot of it. Don't lose that fun, and don't lose that belief that you can become ambassador. You can. So I think that's a couple things, but
that's okay.
Belief, and you've got to wrap people. You can't just sit on Facebook. You can't. It won't work, in my opinion.
I believe that. Well, thank you for joining us, giving us these wonderful. I think everybody learned something tonight. I'm grateful for you jumping on with us and sharing your heart and all of your knowledge. Thank you, and everybody for hope you all have a good night.
Thank you.
Thanks, Collette.
Bye.